The Poco X3 Pro is still the best gaming and performance phone under Rs 20,000. But with the Poco X4 Pro, the company is going in a different direction. It is basically a rebadged version of the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus with quite a different design and a 64 megapixel primary camera instead of a 108 megapixel one. That's it. If you don't know me yet, I'm Ershad, you're watching Trakin English. Let's analyze the Poco X4 Pro. Now, the similarities of both these phones' design starts with the ports, the buttons, and the placement. Both the phones have a Type-C port at the bottom, and you get a headphone jack and an infrared blaster on the top. Plus, both of these have a dedicated stereo speaker setup. Dedicated, not the one that works with the earpiece. And therefore, the stereo sound quality is very good. Having said that, in my testing, I did notice that the X4 Pro sounds louder and wider compared to the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. Take a listen for yourself. Now coming to the display, you get the same 6.67-inch AMOLED panel with 120Hz refresh rate and 1200 nits of peak brightness when you're playing HDR content. Although similar to the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus, you cannot play HDR content on either YouTube or Netflix, and that's mostly a Snapdragon 695 problem and not a phone problem. Now, while there are very few differences between these two phones, if you don't want us to have any differences, hit that red subscribe button and maybe the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever we put out an awesome new tech video. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and even comment below so that the YouTube algorithm can push this video to more people looking for content around the Poco X4 Pro. And Snapdragon 695 adds one more issue, and that is the fact that you cannot shoot 4K 30 FPS videos. Now, I care about both of these features. I do care about 4K 30 FPS and HDR video playback on YouTube. Let me know if you guys do as well, and if you're really irritated at Qualcomm for making the Snapdragon 695 and not supporting these basic features. Now, the internals, like I mentioned, are the same. You get the same Snapdragon 695 system on chip, UFS 2.2 storage speeds, and of course LPDDR4X RAM as well. And therefore, in our synthetic benchmark tests, whether it is Antutu or Geekbench or CPU throttle or storage speeds, all of it returned very similar scores on both these phones. And if you're talking about gaming, we tested out Call of Duty Mobile and BGMI, and the graphics settings are the same on both the phones. Again, you get HD graphics and high frame rates on BGMI, and you get very high graphics and very high frame rates on Call of Duty. Maybe BGMI is not optimized for Snapdragon 695 yet, but yes, it's not the best phone for BGMI players out there. Also, it's not really a gaming phone per se. I think you'll have to look at other options. Maybe something with the Snapdragon 778G or even the Poco X3 Pro. Now, the final similarity on both these phones is that you get a 5000 mAh battery and 67 watt fast charging as well, which means you can charge your phone from 0 to 100 in about 42 minutes, and you can easily expect more than a day's worth of battery life on both these phones. In fact, I've tested them out and you do get more than a day's worth of battery life. And if you're wondering, you get support for 7 5G bands on both these phones, which is good because it'll make it future-proof. So differences time. And the first thing that stands out is this wide camera module on the Poco X4 Pro. And I feel that this is a better looking design for sure. It makes the entire phone design stand out. And of course, it also feels more balanced compared to the, corner module on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. That said though, I'm not really a fan of this particular shade of yellow, but you also get this phone in black and blue, so you can pick whichever color you like. In my subjective opinion, I would be very happy to carry around the Poco X4 Pro compared to the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. And for what it is worth, and lest I forget, both these phones also support IP53 rating, so splash and dust resist. Of the 4 cameras on these phones, 3 cameras are the same. Basically, you get the same 16 megapixel selfie, you get the same 2 megapixel macro, and the same 8 megapixel ultra wide. The only difference is the primary camera setup on both these phones. You get a 64 megapixel Samsung GW3 sensor as opposed to the 108 megapixel sensor on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. What I noticed first is that the Poco X4 Pro shoots warm images. For example, you can see in this picture of the yellow flower. Essentially, the color reproduction and the accuracy of the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus is better. For example, the red color of the OnePlus 10 Pro box is extremely deep on the Poco's sample. It is closer to true to life on the Redmi. The Poco also shoots extremely contrasty images, and you can see how the warmth makes the building look too yellow as well out here. Now, as for the details, the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus has slightly sharper images, but the difference is not a lot. Although the HDR performance is very similar in both the phones, I really couldn't tell the two apart. You get the same level of detail retrieval from the highlights and the shadows. But I did notice that in full resolution 64 megapixel and 108 megapixel captures, the Note 11 Pro Plus offers dynamic range correction, which the X4 Pro doesn't. Plus, it looks way better. In human subject shots, the facial tones are again better captured on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus, while portraits look equally good on both, especially when it comes to the edge detection. Now, I'm sure you must be thinking the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus would have killed it in low light performance. But no, it's only slightly sharper. Video recording on both the phones tops out at 1080p 30 fps. There's some controversy around this. I'm not so sure if EIS exists on either one of these two phones, but the stabilization doesn't look very good. I'm not going to be recommending these phones for videography using the rear cameras for sure. Selfie videos, on the other hand, are capped at 1080p 30 fps, but are electronically stabilized. And the sound recording is good too. Now I'm shooting a 1080p 30 fps video using, both these phones' front cameras. Although the facial tones are more pleasing on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. 2 megapixel macro camera shots are equally sharp on both. Selfies and selfie portraits look near identical, like they were shot from the same phone. And the ultrawide is oddly better on the Poco X4 Pro, unlike the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus, which crushes the details in the shadows. Overall, the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus definitely has a slight advantage when it comes to camera performance, and especially when you're capturing pictures, but it's not a huge margin for you to not consider the Poco X4 Pro. The final difference is in the software. I mean, there's not much to talk about. You get Poco Launcher with MIUI 13 on the Poco X4 Pro, and you get MIUI 13 on the Redmi. Now, Poco Launcher is slightly cleaner compared to MIUI 13, but yes, both these phones have a lot of bloatware. The advantage that I think that Poco Launcher has over MIUI 13 is that it offers you the option to actually add icon packs. So that's a good thing. Having said that, you can actually do that on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus as well by downloading, Poco Launcher from the Play Store, and, problem solved. The bigger problem, of course, is the fact that MIUI 13 on both these phones is based on Android 11. And there is no assurance of when these phones will get Android 12 updates or how many updates they're going to get. So yeah, that's something you'll have to wait and watch. Plus, a lot of these MIUI 13 updates are breaking devices. There are a lot of bugs as well. It's a bit of a mess, really. I hope the situation improves soon. I really wish Poco had done more than just use the parts of the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. I don't see the point of such cannibalization. Maybe later down the year, the brand could, launch an original performance monster, but it is a pain to track when they keep switching strategies from year to year. Summing up, the Poco X4 Pro 5G is a very good phone and definitely a better buy compared to the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G, also because it's cheaper, but it's an entirely unoriginal one. If you don't care about the similarities of these two phones, then of course go with the Poco X4 Pro. But if you want slightly better camera performance, then the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus could be the one for you. So what do you folks think of this whole Poco Redmi debacle? What do you think of the Poco X4 Pro? What do you think of the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus? What kind of videos you'd like to see? Let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, this is Eshat signing off. Keep tracking and stay safe.